Yeah, you got me all to yourself. Oh, hello. There's somebody I recognize in the background there. Are you doing okay? You're right there, Jennifer.
You would be so happy with me yesterday. Did you see the picture I posted?
I did. I
So,
recognized that cake stand and it looked very pretty.
like, oh, if only you were here. So, a friend of mine wanted me to come over. I guess she wanted me to make the coronation chicken sandwiches. And I'm like, well, you can't just have that. And if we're going to have that, we have to have scones. And so she's like, well, I didn't know we were having the full shebang. And I'm like, of course. And so we were talking about you. Yeah, your ears must have been burning yesterday.
They were. They were indeed. Oh, so
So,
lovely to see you. So lovely to see you.
oh,
Can you see out here? Look. Whoa, here, look.
okay, it's like
Daylight.
it's
Very bright.
Daylight. 6 o'clock and the sun is shining.
oh wow.
Hasn't been
Oh
doing that
yeah.
all day. Hasn't been doing that all day. It was tipping it down with rain this morning, but now, just as we're getting to the end of the day, the sun is shining. So there we go.
Oh, and you just and I saw your rhubarb, and then I was like, she's making a rhubarb crumble. Oh, I didn't tell Craig. You have just been very upset.
Well,
Because me,
I went to walk the other day, and this lady we got chatting to, we're talking about her garden, and she's kind of weeding. She's, oh yes, my rhubarb's gone really mad this year, and I've got all this rhubarb. Would you like some rhubarb? And it was like, oh,
uh,
no to that. So
yeah.
it's in my freezer at the moment. I'm going to be making some. I'm going to do rhubarb crumble, but I'm going to do them as a bar. So I'm going to do on a pastry base, and then I'm going to,
Oh,
yeah, and then just do a crumble top. Because I've got a couple of events coming up. I've got an afternoon tea next weekend, and then we've got family over on the Sunday, and I'm doing a buffet, which obviously includes afternoon tea stuff. And then in a couple of weeks, I'm doing an event at Cromford Mill, which was near where the railway line was that we went to. So yeah, so it's all starting to ramp up. Okay, so how are we doing? Have you got all your ingredients sorted out?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, I've just put my oven on. I'm going to be flicking between you and my recipe, if that's okay. So just bear with
Yes.
me a second while I kind of come up close to the screen. So in Fahrenheit, you need to preheat the oven at 375.
Okay.
75. Oh, and I've lost you now. Where have you gone? It's my zoomy bit. There we go. And then what I'm doing is the recipe asks for a 9 by 9 inch pan. So I'm basically using, well, I suppose you'd call that a brownie dish. Yeah,
I think mine's 8 by 8.
yeah, something like that. I mean, if it's a little bit bigger, it won't rise quite as much because it'll have to spread out a bit more. If it's a bit smaller, it'll raise a little higher, but the taste will be the same. So I'm just putting some parchment paper in there.
Oh, that's right.
That will be ready.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I'd forgotten about that.
I have scissors if we need to.
Where
cut it
did you
down.
get those?
Just Kroger. Well, this one I've already cut. So
Oh, okay. But
this
were they
one is
thin?
bigger.
Yes, I need some of those, and that's what I was looking for. The pre.
Yeah.
Yes.
This you might need a bigger sheet.
Yes.
So I can take that one back and I'll.
Yes.
put that one down. All right.
Here's some scissors. Okay. So, are we doing just the bottom or the sides too? The meeting is being recorded. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Oh, there's two.
you might be flipping through a recipe.
How do we
I don't know.
switch camera?
Switch camera.
No, that's
No.
not it.
Let's see. Let's see if I can figure out which. No.
I think we should.
I know, right? Participants. Where, no, I don't think so. Well, no, I'm not sure. Oh, but, well, no, I'm afraid to do that. I'm kind of scared to do that.
Well, we can probably join if we need to, right? No. Okay.
Back to meeting.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's back to meeting? No, that's still us. Yeah. Oh, wait, maybe see those 3 dots up there. What are those? Split. Oh, that's not what we want.
No.
Choose another app. Hmm. Okay, maybe that wasn't split view, but yeah, what's that? Oh yeah, there we go. Yes.
Okay. You can't hear though.
There we go. Okay, I'm
There we
oh,
go.
sorry about that. What I'm finding is that my laptop closes me down within 4 minutes of going into Zoom. Don't know why.
Okay.
It consistently seems to be doing it. So
So,
I apologize.
do you want the parchment just in the bottom or on the sides too?
Well, I've taken mine up the sides and I've kind of cut it in and just put it in there. But
Okay,
yeah,
that I
if
can
you
remember.
don't put it round the sides, you need to grease round the sides.
Okay. So we're doing kind of that. Kind of doing that to kind of give it some little stay down there. Okay. Yeah. Can you get an over to me? That
Well,
will.
when we put stuff in it, it'll stay.
Yeah, it will. So there we go. Like I just kind of folded it over.
Okay.
Okay. So we grease it, right?
Yeah, you don't need to grease it once you've got the parchment in. But if you want to put a little bit of, I don't know, either some butter or some spray. I've got some vegetable spray, but it should be okay because the whole point is that it's parchment. I always find to put a little bit on inside and it just helps to stick it down. Stops it blowing away. Okay.
There we go. That helps it.
I'll bring it down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're doing okay.
Oh, I gotta wash my hands.
Yes.
Down parchment paper.
Oh, I do too.
Okay, I'm going to be flicking between.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Okay. Just flicking between you and my recipe. So dates, did you manage to get dates okay?
Yeah.
Did you get chopped dates or whole dates?
Chopped.
Okay.
Chopped.
Okay, so they look a little bit like this. Sort of a bit dry. You see?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So you need 5 ounces of dates. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some boiling water on them. We need 6 ounces of boiling water. So I don't know if you have your kettle handy. Mine's just been on. I'm going to measure out 6 ounces in my jug. And then I'm going to add my dates to the hot water. And we're just going to set that aside for 10 minutes just to help them get their stickiness back again. Because obviously when they're a bit dry, we want them sticky. The sticky toffee pudding. So I was just going to get that done.
So we put the dates in 5 ounces.
5 ounces of dates, 6 ounces of water. Measure out your dates first. I've just put them in a bowl and then I'm going to add my dates to my hot water.
Now, if we're each making a recipe, can we just, do you want to double it or do you just want to do it separate?
Oh, that's up to you.
Does it matter?
No. No, you can double it if you like. If you do it separately, well, I suppose it depends if you're doing it separately. You'll both learn how to do it perhaps a bit more easily.
Yeah.
But and it'll be easier to manage the amounts. Otherwise, you're going to have quite a lot of mixing and stirring and such to do. So there is something to be said for making it separately.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, then we'll do it
Now,
separate.
in the recipe, we're going to use some bicarbonate of soda, and we're going to add about a teaspoon to this jug with the water and the dates in there, because that will just help soften the dates up a little bit.
What was it? Half a teaspoon of?
So a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda. What do you call it? Baking soda.
Baking soda, okay.
Okay, so there's my, whoops, this is good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Doesn't have to be exact, but
Too much. I love it.
this is just to get those dates back into a nice fashion. Then I'm just going to set that aside.
There we go. There's 5.
I'll measure our water.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've been following the group chat on WhatsApp, but Felicia was asking me about dates for next year's Scotland tour, and I wanted to be absolutely crystal clear I got the right dates. But then I was also looking to see what we could do as far as bringing in the Isle of Skye into the tour. It is quite a long way, so we wouldn't be stationed in one location. We'd have to go find accommodations for 3 nights. So I don't know if that's something. I know Jennifer came back and said maybe add that as an added option to the end of the tour. I'd need to see how many people might want to do that to see if it's viable, or I could roll it into the whole tour. Have you got any thoughts on that at all, Becky, as I've got you?
I don't know right now because I'm still holding off on right now, Craig. So we don't know what we're doing. Everything's up in the air.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
but let's just say hypothetically, if you were to come to Scotland, what would be your preference? I just need to get a bit of feedback because I know sometimes it's difficult to get more time off.
Thank you. That's gonna go in there. Half a teaspoon of this.
Baking
A
soda.
teaspoon of baking soda.
Oh, so
See,
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon.
One
or
teaspoon of
half
baking soda. Yeah.
half? Okay.
Okay, so
And then
1
just give it a stir.
and 1. Yeah, the Isle of Skye. I mean, most people are interested in that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, well, I'll look into it. I think to make it work.
That's hard. I get it because
Yeah.
it's hard because it's so far up there. So
Yeah,
it may work because the nice thing about what we did was staying at one place.
Yeah.
That simplifies a lot.
Yes.
So it may not be feasible. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we go, we would probably just do the borderland portion of it. Like, I don't know if we would, I'm just saying.
You
So
just
that
do the
right
what
there-
part, Jennifer? What was that?
Just the other.
If we would go, it'd probably just be the borderland part.
Oh, right. You wouldn't go over to the Skye
Probably.
part. Okay, fair enough.
So
Yeah,
there you
'cause
go.
it's that toss up between, do we like the idea of staying in a really nice place and just staying in one
Right.
place for the whole time and then
Right.
making it easy, but then that limits how far I can go in a day. Because I
That's-
don't want you in a coach for 5 hours for an hour's, photo op, because that just
Right.
doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
But you tell me, because obviously I'm coming at it from a British perspective and I need to get a bit of input from people that may want to come on this.
Well, I would say, here's what I would say. Although the problem with that is that if you got to take people back to the airport, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's it.
Are you flying into Edinburgh, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it does
So
make, it does add
that's the
a level of
problem.
complexity to it. It really does. So what
Yeah.
I'm thinking is if we pick you up in Edinburgh and take you up to the Isle of Skye and do, phew, and then come
That's a long way back down.
back and have relaxation for 4 days. So you'd be 3 days travel and then 4 days relaxing in one location. So that's an option.
Yeah,
Well,
that would be
here's
cool.
here's another thing too that's possible. What if you did the Isle of Skye at the beginning?
Yeah, that's what I was
So-
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and only the people that are interested in that fly into Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Then they come back to wherever you're wherever that home base is going to be, and then the other people fly in, and then you bring them up to the home base. Now everybody starts the other tour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah,
Then maybe it's not such a logistics problem because everybody will go back to the airport together.
yeah, that's it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to put a bit more thought into it, but I was like I say, as Felicia was pushing me on dates, it's like, well, I'm looking at that, but then if we do any options on Sky, then how would that work? So I'm still kind of trying to figure that out, but
Right, I get
it's
it.
always helpful.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It is a gorgeous island, though, having had a little look. See, looks gorgeous. Right.
That's where Madonna got married, right? Oh, really?
That's where
Yeah.
what, sorry?
Didn't Madonna get married there?
I don't know.
The Guy Ritchie, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, right. I'm not
Not that
sure.
it matters now, they're divorced, but.
Yeah, of course. Right then, so we've got the oven on, we've got our baking pan prepared, we've got our dates
Our
in
boiling
a
water.
bowl
and
of
our-
water with some baking powder, baking soda,
Oh.
and
Now, we only did the baking soda,
what?
Right.
Say again?
we've only
We-
done the baking soda, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to do it for about 10 minutes. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to leave that until we're ready for it.
Okay, so
So,
set that-
yeah. So what we're going to do,
the
what we're
baking
going to do now is we're going to put in a mixing bowl, and I'm going to use my KitchenAid for this. We're going to be putting in our butter and sugar and beating it until it becomes light and fluffy. And I'll give you the measurements in a second. And then we're going to
Well, let
add.
me
Go on.
if we do this part together, because we've only got one mixing
Okay.
thing.
Okay,
Could we
that's cool.
Right after that,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? If we did the beating part, so are we gonna beat the butter and the sugar and the eggs together?
Well, we're going to do the sugar and butter first, and then we're going to add the flour and eggs little by
Yeah.
little, just to make the basic. It's the
Yeah.
sponge that we're doing next. So we are going to be taking 2.125 ounces of butter and 2.25 ounces of granulated sugar.
Well, now I'm wondering if we shouldn't do it together because. we've
That's a
only
funny
got-
amount.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we can do that. So just double that.
yeah,
Large, medium, small.
the large, because
Okay.
we'll do it together.
Okay. So
Yeah.
here's this. I'll
Okay.
have my mixer,
Yeah,
which actually are, we have a plug-in right here. So
okay,
we can
perfect. All right,
turn this.
all right, so I'll get our 2.25 and 2.25. So. Those are our 2/4. Now, do we have our 2.25 ounces?
Right, I'm going to make a noise now because I'm going to put my mixer on.
And then I have some laid out.
Oh, it's not
for
too
you.
bad.
I think some for,
Okay, so,
some for the sauce and some for the.
okay, so
Yeah.
that's 2. So one of those is 2 ounces.
So we need another tablespoon basically to make it a quarter, right?
2.25. Mhm.
So if I cut one more. We're still not softened yet, so maybe I should cut one
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
already
there
been
you go.
softened.
Mhm, there you go. That's 2. And I just do it like in
But
like maybe a
would it be two tablespoons?
tablespoon at a time. Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
Yeah, because I want to see what and we'll just. 2 and 1/4. 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 2 We'll see what that sticker on there. And then we'll know.
Oh,
Just stick
no.
it. Okay, so that's almost 2.4. So that's a little less. Well, like maybe just cut a third of that off.
Well, if we're doing it times
Oh,
two.
yeah, right, we are. So maybe just a little more than, you're right. 2, so we'll do 2, 4.5 is what it's going to be. So 4.4, and maybe just a tad more, that should be 4.5, right? Very good. Very good.
All right.
You guys doing all right?
Yeah, we're doing well.
Okay.
Thank goodness Jennifer is thinking
We'll get
on her feet. So.
Thank goodness for your measuring.
I love that thing. Amazon.
Oh, I'll take it right here.
So, oh, there we go.
Okay, so that I don't need butter. I'm sorry, sugar.
Okay. So we add the butter and the sugar?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. So you've got your butter and your sugar in the mixer,
So the
and that's
sugar
going to mix
They don't want
until it gets creamy.
approximately, so we can use our, well, so
If you want.
that's a quarter, so like probably almost half of a cup of sugar for doubling it.
Okay.
It's 4 tablespoons is a
And where's
fourth
your
of a- is a
sugar?
fourth of a cup.
So you just make it easy too.
So if I'm thinking of that right, then
We'll
I
just
think
do
it'll be about
4.5, right? 4.5. This is on ounces too. So there's your book.
Oopsie.
Here we go.
We're doing all right.
Yep.
We figured out the maths.
Well, I've got my. There it is, right there, right?
Yes.
Sweet.
All right. Nailed it.
There you have it. There it is, right there. All right.
So that was what, with 4.5 then?
Yes, 4.5 because we're double.
Okay, so then here's this. Sorry. I'll turn this and move these bowls out of the way.
All right.
Sorry.
So I will beat if you want to get double eggs.
Okay.
Keep thinking.
So- 4 eggs.
On the Craigslist. Watching you.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, yeah. Nice.
Okay. Let's see.
That would make it
So
easy.
mix in the butter and sugar to light and fluffy, sieve flour, baking powder and salt. And to make eggs and flour mixed with the lemons and dates. So David's very excited about us making sticky toffee pudding today. It's one of his favorite puddings.
I love this pudding. But I want it with toffee and hot custard.
Oh yes.
Why do you have to choose?
Oh yeah, good. Well, the thing is, sticky toffee pudding is sticky because of the toffee sauce, and then of course all desserts are served with lashings of custard. So
Right.
you have both.
Do we add the eggs a little bit at a time, or?
I tend to. That's the recipe. I'm just having a look at my butter was a bit hard actually, so I'm
Okay.
just. So when David was asking me about what I wanted for Christmas, I said I really could do with a stiff spatula. And he goes, does that exist? And it's like, yes, it's a spatula, but it's really quite firm so that when you're mixing, you can, it's not going to kind of wobble. So I'm
Well,
using
the only
stiff
problem
spatula.
with that, Tina, is I've had that and it doggone busted in half right in the middle of it because it was so hard.
Yeah, you have to have a stiff spatula. But it was like, I'm not going to ask people for a stiff spatula. And it's like a real thing. It really is. And then I finally found one. And yes, it's invaluable. So I say if your mixer's not mixing particularly well, because I'm using a KitchenAid and there's only a little bit of butter in there, it's hard to get to the very bottom, so I'm just going to
Right.
do it by
Okay,
hand.
so yeah, just a little bit, like.
Yeah, just loosen it up a bit. 'Cause my butter was straight out of the fridge, not really at room temperature, which it should have been really, but it doesn't matter. It'll all come together. So I've weighed out my flour and I've just beaten together 2 eggs. So I'll start adding those in next. Have you got the recipe? Let me just have a look at the recipe. So it is blah 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 blah. Oh yes, you're going to need baking powder. You're going to need a teaspoon and a half of baking powder because you'll be using all-purpose. I'm using self-raising flour, so mine's already got salt and rising agent in there. But you'll need to add a little pinch of salt to your flour and a teaspoon and a half of baking powder. And we're looking at 5 ounces of flour and 2 eggs. 5 ounces of flour and 2 eggs. Once you get to that point.
1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and you add
Yeah.
it to the flour.
5 ounces, but we're gonna have 10. Because
Okay. So this is a full separate bowl. Mix this together.
Okay.
And again, I'm just putting the mixer on a slow speed.
Okay.
And add a little bit.
Let's do that together. And then let's see, a half teaspoon of salt. Yeah.
So then
Did you have that half teaspoon around?
we do. So then it would be a
Because right there, it's
yeah,
a,
yep, yep, half teaspoon. That's here. I'll switch this around now.
yeah.
Oh goodness. So,
It's actually a little easier with both of us kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
We're still each getting one, but we
Yes.
it's kind of been nice to double up. Okay.
Oh, this has a little bit of water in it. Do we need to add the rest of the sugar?
Oh.
Yeah, get a little spin.
Right.
I use this to measure water.
How are we doing, ladies?
The salt too. Some salt,
Yes.
flour,
Mhm.
baking powder.
Yep.
Teaspoon. Salt.
All right.
So how's your batter coming along? I'm finding that mine's actually quite stiff.
So we need to go ahead and add the flour.
Can we
to
add the
Yeah,
flour?
add your flour and your eggs.
Okay.
So I kind of did it in 2 halves because there wasn't actually that much of it.
I think I'm going to add this to this.
Yes.
a spatula, but I have these spoons. Do you think a spoon would be
Oh,
better
this
to?
is, this is.
Is it good?
Good.
Okay,
Oh, that's good.
maybe.
Let's just-
You can just leave it right there in the sink and I'll just stick that in the dishwasher.
Set up.
Thank you. If you do want anything to drink, I forgot to offer you.
Yeah, we'll get it in a minute, but
Okay.
we'll finish putting this together. Okay.
Put this here for now.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
work on this.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you feel like it's,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's all stuck together, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of hard.
It is. That's why they call it sticky.
Right.
Sticky toffee pudding.
We don't even have the dates in there yet.
Mm-mm. Gosh, I just keep on.
All right.
Can turn Tina around here so we can see.
How are we doing?
We're
Oh,
doing okay.
We're
I
doing
think.
okay.
Yeah, are you at this situation yet, or you just need another minute?
Yeah, we're just trying to get the batter off of her.
Yeah, it's very sticky at this point, very sticky. Don't worry too much, because you know those dates that we put in hot water and some bicarb. We're going to add this to the mix, so that'll make it quite runny.
It doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. My dates were covered in like a little rice flour, so my juice, if you like, has gone quite thick.
Oh, okay.
I think it would be all right. So when you've got it all mixed together, you can add your date mix with the water and bicarb. All that can go in.
Add it all.
I think so, yeah.
Ready?
All righty.
Once I pour it, we can't go back.
And I'm just going to mix this by hand, I think.
Mixing.
Here's another spoon if this would be helpful. I
All
can,
right, yeah, because it's mine. Although I see what she says, yeah, this is helping.
we can use this to, yeah, if we need it.
Okay. So that does kind of help.
I'll just move this here for now.
That's going to be quite a loose mix by the time you've added all that.
Yes, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
it's mixing up nicely. And then when you have that all mixed in, it looks pretty even. We're going to tip that into our prepared pan.
Excellent.
What did we do? We just added, we combined everything.
Yes, right. That's coming together quite nicely, yeah.
Nice. Much easier to
Yes,
stir,
that-
isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot easier. Yes, that's,
Yes.
Yeah, that's mixed in nicely.
I think that's good. All righty, there we go. Now we might need that. So then what are you doing? You're just putting it in.
I'm just popping that into my pre-prepared pan.
Okay, all right.
So
So,
that might be challenging to try and.
all right, well,
Well, should I get like measuring cups or something so you kind of know how much we're adding to each one, or just kind of
that
have
might
all
not be a bad idea. Yeah.
maybe, I mean,
Or
Yeah,
you could use a an ice cream scoop. That would be good. Then put
Oh,
one
that's
scoop
true,
in,
okay.
put one
Yeah,
scoop
this
in
might be good.
each container, and then it'll even it out.
If one for you, one for me. No.
That's it.
Yeah. One. One.
So there's two in each so far.
Two in each so far, so
Okay.
maybe like I'll try like maybe half here. Yep,
Right. This almost looks like gravy.
I know, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. Sorry, I'm keep moving around. Here's Tina.
Yeah. Hi. Well, you can't see what I'm doing here, can you? There you go. Just
Um,
Okay, so now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get all the rest of it in and then maybe try to
yeah.
spread the.
Let me know if you're getting tired. I can pinch it here.
okay.
That and that, and then I might need that spoon to do that.
Okay. This little metal spoon.
Yeah. Just if you need it any.
Just scoop it out.
Yeah.
Out of the measuring cup.
Well, that too, but there, I guess I'm pretty well scooped out of here. There you go. And I know, there you go.
Here,
Yeah,
let's try to.
exactly. There you go. Yeah. There we go.
Every last drop. There.
That's pretty good. Okay, so.
Okay. Has that gone in okay?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's good. All right, so, yeah, sweet. Good.
I say give it a good scrape out.
Yep.
And then that can go in the oven for 25 minutes in the middle of the oven.
25 minutes.
Okay, so right now we'll smooth out.
Prepared here. Bake. You said 25 minutes.
Yeah, 25 minutes.
Okay.
There we go.
Make sure. And then just about where you like your rack.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
There's, whoops.
That you?
Yeah.
Maybe I should cut some of this paper off.
I
Or-
think it will be okay.
Okay.
What's that?
Once you,
Is it looking all right?
I think so. We're just I'm making sure it gets into all
I
the
might get
corners.
the
And,
top, just because
Yeah, there
if
you
it,
go.
if it
Yeah.
Yeah.
something in the oven, maybe.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
true.
that's okay or not.
exactly. Mm. Okay, I think that's good.
Here's our
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, oven 25 minutes. right. We have it in the oven.
Okay, sounds good. So now we can move on to the toffee sauce. So you might just need to clean down. I've just cleared down a little bit myself.
Toffee sauce.
Half a cup of salt.
So if you need to copy any of this.
Yeah, let's see here. So what did I do with it? Yeah, okay. Combine. And then for 25 minutes? Yes. Okay. 25.
There's just so much needed.
Oh,
Mine is.
it's just, oh, okay, so the toffee sauce, right?
Yes.
That toffee sauce is so good. You know what I did with it the first time I took your class? I made jars of it. And I just used it on everything. I used it on ice cream. I used it on.
Oh, the sticky toffee sauce. Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
yes.
And sticky toffee pudding's good with ice cream if you don't want to do the hot custard. That is acceptable, especially in the summertime. But I say traditionally, it is so with custard. So I was going to show you how to make custard.
Well, and I wasn't sure you were going to make custard, so look what I bought.
You bought the birds, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do that, but I thought it'd be good to make it from scratch because it's
Oh,
sweet, isn't it?
yes.
Sorry, I'm just weighing out my butter. So my recipe says cups, and I have no idea what that is in things I understand. There we go. So half a cup of butter is 150 grams. So that's what I was just looking at.
1/2 cup.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put the ingredients for the toffee sauce into a saucepan over a medium heat. So we've got brown sugar, a cup of brown sugar, a cup of heavy cream, half a cup of unsalted butter, a pinch of salt, and a teaspoon of vanilla.
Half a cup.
So I'm going to
Yeah, this is a half a cup right here. Because this is a quarter cup and quarter cup, so this is a half a cup.
And so are we doubling it now? Are we doing it separately or?
Should we do it together?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it together.
So
this is 1 cup. So this is
okay.
So this is all we need.
soft, and that's
So are we just adding all the ingredients together?
Yeah, basically we're putting it into a saucepan.
Yes.
I'm going to cut down the butter
saucepan.
into little bits.
oh,
So it helps it melt a bit quicker. You see what I'm doing here? I've got a little saucepan. Yeah, I just like cutting my butter down into slices. Just makes it easier to melt down.
the whole cup, right?
This is the whole cup, I think.
Oh,
Right?
I think it's a half cup.
Is it?
Because this is a quarter cup.
Oh, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're doubling it,
We are.
this and that.
You're
right?
absolutely right.
Okay.
So, okay.
I was going to say you probably have enough if you don't double it, but then if you really like it, Becky, then go for it.
Oh, you know it. You can never have enough toffee sauce.
No, it's good.
Seriously.
Yeah. So we'll get that on the stove now. Then what was the next ingredient? Oh. So half a cup of heavy cream, sorry, 1 cup of heavy cream, 1 cup of dark brown or brown sugar.
This heavy cream, this is 2 cups. So you just dump
Good,
the whole
dump
thing
the whole
in.
thing. I think I will take that drink wherever you've got.
Okay.
Like a water,
Yes. Do you like ice?
whatever's fast.
Okay. And we're putting the cream in with the butter, right?
Yes, everything in the
Okay.
pan.
Everything.
And then we're going to very carefully roll that up.
Oh, that's trash. That was a trash. Now, no, no problem. Perfect. Thanks.
So cream.
And then we've got
Brown.
the dark brown.
Brown sugar.
Okay. Two cups, I believe.
Brown sugar. Yeah, we'll need 2 cups.
Okay.
And this what this says. Does this have anything in it? Sugar.
Oh, it does. It has salt, I believe.
You might need to do a slightly bigger saucepan than the one I'm using if you're doubling it. And what else do we put in there? Pinch of salt, a tiny bit of vanilla extract. Ooh,
So heavy cream. You're doing the brown sugar.
pinch of salt.
You do the butter. Pinch of salt. How much salt? I mean, just like really a pinch. Yeah. ×2.
And we put that on too.
Okay, so I did the salt.
So we dissolve all of that on a medium heat.
Okay.
And then once it dissolves, we can increase the temperature a little bit until it starts to go brown. And continue until it thickens. It goes to a dark amber color, so it goes kind of translucent. And then remove from the heat. If it thickens too much, you can add a bit more butter or heavy cream. And it can store in the fridge for up to a month. I don't think it'll last that long, I'm sure.
Okay, so we add all ingredients to a saucepan. So you said add all the ingredients to the saucepan, stir it on low heat.
Yeah, on a medium, kind of a medium one. And then we're going to go medium high once it all dissolves. This is
Okay.
fantastic, isn't it?
All right.
Oh, quite a decadent sauce with the butter and the cream. We're not counting calories though, are we, ladies? Not today. How's that? Oh yes, it's starting to. Very dark, actually, when I should. Just to have the butter dissolve.
She smells good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure we shouldn't have tripled it?
Well, you know how to make it now, so you can always make some more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like I say, it's not for the calorie conscious, this one.
So this.
Yeah, this cold butter isn't
Right.
melting quite so quickly.
Yeah.
I should have melted it in there.
That'll melt.
I think I should I constantly stir this?
I
Yeah, you
would.
should really just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Has your butter melted yet?
No, sorry.
Yeah, mine's kind of a bit kind of hanging in there.
I don't know how
You keep working it, it does help the butter to
Yes.
fold better.
And I did cut it into pats, but it probably still was pretty hot. So I didn't.
It's what, sorry?
So
Yours, I think,
yours
was-
melted and mine still.
Oh, well, that's all right.
That was a good idea on your part. It's not melting.
Oh, it will. It will. It will. Oh, but it's already looking good.
It smells good.
Oh, yes.
It does, doesn't it? It smells good.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No, no, no. So yesterday, when I went to my friend's house and I made the scones, of course, I keep all my recipes on my phone now in an
Yeah.
app. So I had my recipe with me, and she didn't have any butter, and I was like, so she goes, oh, here, just use this, the margarine. And I was like, oh my gosh. I said, okay. I'm like, I don't even know if they're going to turn out. You know what?
Came out well.
They were okay.
Yeah.
They were good. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just like, I keep Kerry Gold, and blah, 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 and
Yeah.
and
I think
I was shocked.
Yeah, I think butter's better.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I think it makes perhaps more of a more moist scone because of the oils in it. Because
Yeah,
also
I think
margarine has vegetable oil in it as well.
But I was expecting it to come out like horrible,
No, the rest is
I was, at least I used whole milk. I was like, well,
yeah.
okay, but I was like, we're gonna put plastic in that? Oh my goodness, no. 'Cause and I was surprised.
Right, mine's starting to come together now. My little bits of butter are going down to kind of pea-sized pieces. So
That's okay. We're yeah, you have less of them though. They're going down.
yeah, that's nearly all dissolved now. And then once the butter has all dissolved, then you can turn the heat up just a tiny bit more. And then this is when you do need to keep stirring, because that's when it will crystallize if you don't.
Oh yeah, you're
Really want that. And it should go kind of a clear dark brown.
I literally bought little plastic bottles with screws on top that were like about this big, and like maybe that.
And you kept.
Because I made a whole bunch of this stuff, and I was putting it in jars.
Great idea.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. And
It's
keeping
pretty-
it in my refrigerator, and then if I wanted some for like ice cream or cake or whatever, I was just like, oh, let's just put some sticky toffee pudding sauce on that,
So do you remember at the tea room we had something called London fog cake?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that,
So that
and
was-
I think I have made the London fog cake.
Yeah, so that has the same sauce over the top. So it's a chocolate cake with a tea infused icing. We use the Earl Grey, and then a drizzle of caramel sauce over the top. So
Okay, so I got all excited because I found. Do you guys know the Pepperidge Farm like those mint Milanos, you know? They're like, okay, so I don't know if you've seen these at the store, but they had London fog ones and I got them. Oh my gosh, they are so good. They have just the right amount of Earl Grey in them.
Right.
Oh, they're so good. I wanted to like eat the whole bag. Yeah, so good. Yeah, they are, definitely.
Right, my butter's melted now, so I've just turned my stove up just a tiny bit.
Okay.
So I'm using induction electric because we don't have gas.
Oh, yes,
It's
Oh,
very
that's-
controllable.
that's an induction?
Yeah, this is induction.
Oh,
So it's
that's by
completely
far the best.
smooth. Yeah,
It's the
it's very smooth, so it's easy to keep.
Yes.
And
Well,
then
you can put it the exact, I
yeah,
have two portable inductions at home. You
Yeah.
can put them to the exact, it's the best way to cook, I think.
that's right. So I'm on 7 out of 9
Okay.
on my sort of heat.
So when I used to take classes at Sur La Table there in Carmel,
Oh yeah.
we always used induction. And then I was like, I have to buy one of these, and they're not expensive.
No,
And they're-
no, we had them at the tea room when we did
Yeah.
some of our outdoor events.
They were just, and they're wonderful because you could,
Yeah.
it's so much more accurate.
How long do we, I mean,
Okay, so now, do you want me to stir some for you? Yeah, there you
how,
go.
how, are we just letting it thicken or what are we doing? I
yes.
turned it to 7.
Okay. So yeah, now we don't want to burn it, so.
Yeah, this is where you need to keep stirring.
Oh, baby.
Let me show you where I am with mine.
Yes.
Can you see
It
that?
should be thick, right?
Yeah, this isn't thick enough yet. This is quite
Right.
runny still.
Right.
So this is the thickening phase that we're going through now. It's melted.
Now how, so yours is a 7 out of 9?
Yeah.
That's pretty high, right?
It's called high medium or medium high.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what that is.
Oh yeah, it's starting to thicken now.
Here's a little.
So I'm just doing like figure of 8, just
Oh,
to,
no, it's on. Okay.
just to stop it sticking to the bottom.
Yeah, right.
I'm just looking over at the oven. I'm seeing the sticky toffee pudding cake is starting to brown up quite nicely now.
Excellent.
Doing okay? Yeah, I think mine's starting to turn now.
Yes, you go right ahead.
Ooh, looky there.
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
It's looking yummy. Smells good.
Oh, I get so hungry for pub food. You have no idea.
We were at the pub yesterday actually. Had a very nice piece of
Because you
haddock. Had a very nice piece of haddock fish on a bed of sautéed leeks in a white sauce. And new potatoes, and then for dessert, I think we had creme brulee, but our friends had sticky toffee pudding and bread pudding. We call it bread and butter pudding here.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah,
You could throw some sticky toffee pudding sauce on that too.
you can stick sticky toffee pudding sauce on anything,
Oh, of course you could.
anything sweet. It's gonna be good.
So did I tell you that our Sunday roast that I did, I fed like the entire neighborhood.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah, because I did, remember I bought that giant one.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, and everybody, like, I think there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There was like 10 or 12 of us.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's bubbling up.
Don't let it bubble. Don't let it bubble.
Right.
Turn it down if it's starting to do that.
Yeah, that's a little hot, right?
Yeah, don't let it boil.
Because this is not induction, and so it will
Yeah.
take it down.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, take it down to about halfway.
Do
Okay,
you want to move it over here?
yeah, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, mine's just starting to change colour and it's getting thicker.
Yeah, I don't want the bubble, that's what I'm scared. Cause then it'll turn to candy, won't it?
That's right, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
crystal,
okay,
obviously, you don't want that. It'll look to be a sauce. How are we doing on time on the cake? Is that still?
We have 4.5 minutes left.
Do you think I don't know.
You know, I said the whole thing, so.
I
maybe
think
we
mine will be coming out soon, so might have to stop with this.
Yeah, I don't know, should we poke the middle?
Yeah.
Cause that looks pretty doggone
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, is it starting to come away from the sides? You can always put a toothpick in the middle and see if it comes out clean.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, see if it's, I think it would come away from the side. Oh, yeah, that's coming away from the side.
Okay.
Yeah,
It came out clean.
yeah.
I'm just gonna take this off the heat for a second, so I can check mine.
Oh. We'll leave this one. Our next one.
Oh yeah, that's done.
And I think that's important.
Okay. Does yours look a little bit like that?
Yes,
Yes. Yeah, yours is coming out clean too. And coming away from the sides.
yeah, I can turn the oven off too, right?
It's
Right.
Okay, it's still,
Bit runny.
oh, it's still running, but I got the bubbles off. But,
Okay. Is it thickening up a little bit now?
not yet. Which, I don't know, I hope the bubbles didn't mess it up.
Oh, well, that's my oven. Just-
everything in there where you're supposed to.
Yeah.
We're okay. And it should be enough, it might just be taking some time. This one went off.
Okay.
You know, this was off, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm gonna put mine up a little bit.
Will we need to use our mixer again?
No, we're
Okay.
just gonna use the pan next time for this, for the custard. Right, I think mine's about done. Still think it needs to be a bit thicker, but
Well, it does thicken up when it cools, doesn't it? If I
yeah,
remember right.
that's true. That is true. I think I'm going to take mine off the heat now, and then we can start having a look at the.
Mine, but this is not, mine is not thick, so.
No, mine's starting to around the edges, but I think you're right. As it cools down, it will thicken.
Yeah, I think it does. If I remember correctly,
Yeah, I think that will. I think that will do it. It's got like little bits of dark in there. Put that in a.
Let me see yours if it's okay.
Okay.
Oh, so yours isn't, yours is not super thick either.
No, I think it'll cool down and we'll get
Yeah.
that thickness there. I'm going to clean this pan out though, because this is my kind of milk pan that I use.
You get tired of stirring.
No, okay.
Should have done measuring cups and bowls for part 3.
I know, right? We've done pretty good. We haven't.
Yeah, certainly
Yours
got a
is
dark
way
colour. Say again?
coordinated than I am. I remember my house, it was like a disaster.
We made 2 different things. But we had 2 recipes we were trying to do last time. We did the cherry baked tarts and
Oh,
the
that's right.
sausage rolls.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So everybody that I make the sausage rolls for, they go nuts,
yeah?
they're crazy.
They're so good.
And then we all pretend like I slaved in the kitchen. Slaved, it was so hard. Okay, so there, okay, now I don't want bubbles. There's those dark bubbles again. Okay, I'm taking that out. All right, so let's put this in a. Those are the lid for it. No, I just need I think what I need is like a glass, she's got a glass container for it, maybe.
Like kind of like the
You know
bowls.
what, there's those 2 Pyrex, are those clean?
Yeah.
It's because I'll put half in one for you and half in one for me, you know what I'm
Do you
saying?
need the same size or not probably the same size as we have?
Yeah,
I've got
right?
these. I've got these 2 sizes.
I think those
Oh,
will work.
these.
Yeah, I think those will work for
Those are
you.
measuring cups, so then we'll know how much we've got.
Right, exactly. I think maybe I'll set it on a.
I have a ladle we
bowl.
can. Yeah, I have a ladle that we can dip it.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good.
This
I
is a
think,
measuring cup too.
I think this is going to, I do think this is going to cool. Yes, I do think that's going to cool into a thicker.
All right, then let's have a look at the rest of this recipe.
That's going to cool into a. No, that's okay. But you know, just do like a cup and a half of that, and then put a cup and a half in there and see where we're at. I think that's going to turn into a nice sauce.
Right then, ladies, how are we doing? Are we clear and ready to go into custard yet?
Almost.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
I've just put my sticky toffee sauce in a jug and I've popped it in the fridge just to help it cool down.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Good.
And what I've also done is I've taken my cake out and put it on a cooling rack. If you have one of those, now's a good time to do that.
Okay.
And then we're going to need a couple of egg yolks.
Ready for that? Okay.
So egg yolks are my eggs. Sorry, I'm top right.
All righty. So.
Do you want me to show you how I do egg yolk separation?
Yes, how do you do it? Let me
Okay.
see.
Let's see if I can bring this down.
I have one of those little, at home, I have one of those little sucker things.
You have a device, don't you?
Yes, I do.
This is the
But
old-fashioned
if I
way.
have to, then I do
Okay,
it like
let me,
that too, you know, like that. I do it like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I crack it on the side and I break very carefully.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then what I'm looking at
And I
doing here
don't
is
have
taking
that,
all the
that's what
whites
I do.
out.
Yep.
And then the yolk goes in there.
So we're putting this in the refrigerator.
Yes, and then we're getting out.
Okay, so top right.
Okay. So we'll get 4, right? We'll be 2. Because of course, as you said, you can have custard on everything too.
Exactly. So I'm just separating the egg yolks. And then those whites, they can be used in an omelette or
Absolutely.
something tomorrow. I'll probably use that tomorrow. Stick those in the fridge. Right, let's have a look. So let's go back to my recipe.
2 egg whites.
Actually, 2 yolks.
Oh, 2 yolks.
Yes, I've got 2 yolks in here.
This is for the
I'm going to
custard.
do a cup of milk.
Okay, so
I'm
we're
going to,
oh, jeez.
2 egg yolks.
so just have them ready to go. So we're going to heat the milk. That's about 8 ounces or a cup of milk. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract over a medium heat till it almost comes to the boil.
This goes into like a saucepan.
Yeah, saucepan, yeah. So I'm going to use the same one as I did for my cleaned out. So I'm going to do the, so we're separating all the other ingredients from the milk. So it's just the milk that we're going to be heating up to start with. Okay, that's the end of that one.
So I was trying to explain to them yesterday about our little trip to Bakewell, and I had to get out the map and show them where you lived, and then I had to get out your pictures and show them your house. And
Guess where we were yesterday?
where?
We were in Bakewell. They had a food festival. They had a food festival. They had the farmers market in the morning.
No.
And then in the town centre, there was a food festival and there was music and coffee and
Probably every kind of Bakewell imaginable.
and honestly, I didn't realise there were so many Bakewell shops because I've always focused around the 1 or 2 on the high street. But we went down this we'd call it a jitty, but this kind of very narrow
Right.
pedestrianised area.
Right.
And there was like 3 or 4 more Bakewell shops. It was
Ugh.
insane. So yes, that was it was
Wonderful.
really cold yesterday though, so it was like, oh my gosh, I wish I'd brought a hat.
Oh,
But it was
well, then, you
it was
know,
nice.
you
Yeah.
could have got a hat like mine. I get
Yes,
so
that's
many
true. I very nearly did, in fact.
I get
So we're
so
gonna put the vanilla in here as well. About a teaspoon.
The milk heated on the stove, is that right?
2 cups of milk heated on the stove because we're doubling it. So, right?
Yeah. So just
Okay.
put that back on again.
All right, and we're gonna pop out our cakes, right?
Yeah, put the cake onto a cooling rack just to let it cool down.
That's okay.
You know what?
Oh, the sun's coming through.
That's okay. We'll just improvise.
Actually.
Oh, yeah, there you go. It's perfect.
Okay.
So what's I think the same
Move
one?
my stuff out of the way here.
Your house is just so pretty.
Right, so while the milk is warming,
Oh, it is still a little warm, isn't it?
by half an ounce of sugar. What's that? That's better.
Nice.
So what am I doing here? I've got 2 eggs, tablespoon of sugar, teaspoon of cornstarch,
Okay.
and oh, that's it, tablespoon of sugar. Okay. That's not tablespoon, is it? That's it. Right.
Okay, I feel like I'm behind in my instructions.
I know, right?
So the milk, we are heating on the stove now, is that right?
Yeah, I'm just heating the milk on the stove. I've got it on like a medium heat. I don't want it to come to the boil though. I just want it to steam. You know, when you start seeing the steam coming off the top before it starts boiling, that's what I'm after. So in this little bowl, I've just mixed together my egg yolks. I'm going to add a tablespoon of sugar.
Those instructions down, do that part and I'll do this.
Oh, okay, all
Is
right.
that okay, or?
Yes, no, I will. Okay, so the custard, we do,
Or I can actually probably write it and stir.
no,
Teaspoon.
take now, put
What it called? What do you call it? Cornstarch.
beans.
Cornstarch.
In separate bowl. We'll put egg yolks.
Juices and that cornstarch, is that all?
I think it's the egg yolks, the sugar,
It's yeah, so it's the egg yolks, it's a
sugar,
tablespoon, no butter, sugar and some cornstarch. We're going to make a little paste.
Okay.
starch.
So this is very similar
Make
to
a
the way you make the bird's custard.
Yeah,
But bird's custard is just made with corn flour, it does or cornstarch. It doesn't actually have any egg in it. That's the
Okay,
story
so-
behind it, you know. Mr. Bird's wife couldn't eat eggs, so he developed bird's custard, which is similar to real custard but doesn't have any egg in it. Just colouring.
oh, I didn't realize
Corn
that.
flour. Yep. You see, you learn something every time, don't you? You learn-
That's why I'm taking this again.
Yeah.
I already took it, but every time I do it, if you do it more repetitively, you get better and better at it.
Yeah. Right, that milk is getting to be about right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to pour, when the milk starts to get to be hot but not boiling, when the steam starts to come off it,
Okay,
we're going to put the milk into the paste, stir it, and then put the whole lot back into the pan. And then we're going to bring the saucepan back up to heat again, and that's when it will thicken up. And I'm going to use a wooden spoon on that.
So 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Did you follow all that?
Yes, I think so.
I think when the milk heats up, I'll try to question.
And-
So mine's just starting to steam now. I can just start to see that, and I've just tasted it, and it is warm. We just don't want it too hot.
Just a tiny teeny bit, but it's not quite there. No.
Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm kind of flicking between you and the. So what I'm doing here is this is my paste.
Okay.
Some of the milk, sorry, into here.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I've still got some milk in here. It's not all in there, but then we'll stir this
Don't touch
carefully.
that.
We don't want it too hot, and we don't want the eggs to
Right.
curdle.
To curdle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I take this
Yeah.
and put this back into the pan. And give that a stir. Yeah. And you see it's not gone lumpy. And then we
So
put
it's
that.
almost like lemon curd in the sense that you gotta really make sure you don't get that too hot or those
That's
eggs
right,
will
yeah.
curdle. Okay,
That's it.
all right. Well,
So, and now
I'm not happy.
I'm going to keep stirring this because it will go thick and lumpy if I'm not careful.
I've made it, yes. I don't like the thickness. It doesn't, mine has not thickened up real good.
Oh, it takes a minute. You need to put it back on the heat and bring the milk up to the boiling point, but very carefully.
I see steam.
Oh, yeah.
Is this ready?
Yeah,
So
because I don't
now-
want it too, okay, let me make this a paste.
Do I
You do it.
add it to the paste or do we add the paste?
Yes, no, the add it. to
Add
the
a little bit of the milk to the paste to
Not
water
too
that
much,
down.
right? Not too much, because
You
we
don't have to
want
add all of it, just a little bit, and then
right,
add it back into the pan.
right,
And then-
hang on. Because we don't want to curdle those eggs.
That's
Otherwise,
right.
otherwise it'll be chunky.
That's it. And then we just do like a figure of 8 on the bottom of the pan while that starts to warm up.
So just a tiny, teeny bit.
Okay, so this is a fourth of a cup, right?
Uh,
How much, like,
Just, yeah, just give me a little bit of even that.
Yeah, maybe a couple of tablespoons, something like that.
That's,
Maybe
uh-huh.
2 tablespoons. Just to make it
Yeah.
runny. Just make your paste runny.
Yeah,
So it's about the
take it off.
consistency of the milk.
I mean, take it off the, 'cause I don't want to get any hotter. Okay, so that looks good. Now, should I add more to it?
So what you're doing, you're adding your milk to your paste to make your paste runny.
Okay, yeah, should I add a little bit more milk? Because I'm.
Yeah, I mean, if your bowl's big enough, you can add all the milk to it.
Yeah,
And you
okay.
put it back in the pan.
A little bit
thicken
of
it
time though. You know what I'm
Can we
saying?
do a fourth?
Yeah, go ahead and add that. You know what we're saying? Now eggs, like,
Yeah,
yeah, but I don't want it to turn into
for
chunky.
cooking, yeah.
Yep, yep. And I've had that happen with swimming pools. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are you stirring it?
Yep, keep stirring it. Okay, now more.
Yeah, like a figure of 8.
Okay, so you see how like that, yeah, but, yeah.
And you are bringing it to the boil this time.
And I don't want that, see how like on the side, I don't want any little chunks like that. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want this to do the sides or you good?
yeah, I do think actually. Thanks. Yeah, no. We don't want that. We don't want any, none of that. None of that.
Mine's starting to thicken now.
Okay, so hang on. All right, go ahead a little bit.
Like half of this, or would you like a little scoop?
Go ahead and make that scoop, I guess. Yeah, we're just slowly.
Okay, I'm going to turn that off because it's just starting to bubble. So this is mine now, look.
Ooh,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, okay. And
Yeah.
I get, so go ahead. So where I think we're okay now, because what we want is, instead of it to cook in little pieces, we want it to slowly kind of
Thicken.
always warm.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same concept, except that you have this lemon something in it, kind of like that same.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, go ahead, because I think we're over the hot spot. Yeah, go ahead. Now you can. Yeah, I think now we're gonna pour all this back in there, and we're gonna. I think we're over the water. Oh yeah. Thanks. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Now, you're gonna need this.
Okay.
Okay. And then, does she keep stirring as that heats up?
Yeah, keep stirring so it doesn't catch on the bottom until
Yep.
it starts to boil, and then it will thicken and we can turn the heat on.
You don't want it to boil.
Put it on low again.
You do want it to just come up to a very gentle boil,
Yeah.
not a heavy rolling boil.
Yeah, you don't want
4,
it to.
5, 6.
I wouldn't go above 4.
What number are you cooking your stand for, probably?
What number did you do yours on?
I went up as high as 8 on mine.
Well, I'm a little, see, I think yours is a hotter heat than an induction,
Yeah.
because it's gas. See, an induction is so even.
Yeah, I would don't turn it up full, but just a little bit less than full, because you are trying to bring it up to the boil. You just want to do it gently, because remember it's eggs we've got in there, so we don't want them to split or scramble.
A little nervous about that.
Yeah. So I'm putting mine together now. So I've got my my sticky toffee sauce out of the fridge, which has cooled down. You see?
Yeah, see, that looks, yes.
Yeah.
There. You see how much better that looks?
So that's the sauce. And then
Ours is still cooling down. Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to put the custard around the edge. I'm doing it on a plate so you can see it.
Yes.
We had to do this in a bowl. And that is sticky toffee pudding, toffee sauce, and creme
Yeah.
anglaise. This is proper custard, so this is creme anglaise.
Yes.
English
Yeah.
style custard. Does that look good?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to take some pictures, and I'd like to see your picture.
Oh, yes. Oh, I should. Okay, so let me take a picture of that.
You know who's getting this slice?
Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. So.
Becky, this is yours from last time, so
Oh,
I might come in
oh,
handy
perfect.
today.
Yes, it will. Let's see.
Okay. How's it going, girls? Are you doing all right?
Yes.
I've got custard everywhere.
This
Just
isn't
nice.
boiling or anything, but you think it's the right temperature? Just let it keep going.
Yeah, I keep stirring. Don't scrape that bottom because we don't want to burn on the bottom.
Yeah, I do like a figure of 8, and then you can start to feel it
Yeah.
going silky underneath your spoon, and then you don't want it to catch, so you don't want it too hot that it'll catch.
I'm so excited.
I know.
How's it doing?
It's doing well, I think.
Doing good.
Not burning yet. So it's fine.
You just have to be a little bit patient with it.
Okay.
I think David is going to have this slice.
Oh, yeah.
He's been dreaming about it all day.
Mentioned ice cream with it. That sounds.
Oh,
really good,
yes.
too.
Mm.
Yummy.
Well, I say you might want to start plating up if you.
Okay, let's see.
I cut mine into 9. I
Let's
sent pictures. I'm going to take this up to Dave.
see what we got on this sauce.
I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Oh my. Oh, you're gonna like that. I forget. I just forget how good that toffee sauce is.
That's it.
I feel like this is getting thicker. I don't want it to get too hot.
Yes, oh, that toffee sauce.
Do you want to feel this and see if it's, it probably needs to be a little thicker, but I just don't want it to start burning.
I see what you mean. Okay. Go stick your finger in that toffee sauce. Just go do it. I'm telling you, you'll have it on everything.
So
Isn't it
good.
just, I mean, see what I mean? You just have it on everything.
It's amazing.
Dip cookies, dip graham crackers in. I mean, I
Oh my
don't care.
gosh. So
Put a
good.
cream cheese out and put that over it and then, just, oh my gosh.
So
I
good.
just forgot how amazing it is.
How are we doing?
Okay, I think it's coming together.
Yeah, it's starting to thicken up now. So as it starts to come to boil, you don't want it rolling boil, but you'll start to see a couple of bubbles. Then you can whiz it off the stove.
Yeah, just you can see.
So David's just had a mouthful and he said, "Oh my gosh, that's perfect." So good recipe.
I'm always afraid it's gonna burn, so I
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
But if you think it might do that, just turn the heat down a tiny bit.
Yeah, you did. So.
It'll come up to the boil. Ah,
So exciting.
I know, right? Yeah, see, I think that's starting to stick to.
Yeah, 'cause I saw one.
Okay, take it off the take it off the stove. Has it thickened up?
See, I think, I mean,
Yeah, I think
Yeah, does
so.
it feel thick when you kind of run the,
yes, I think so. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be,
doesn't have to be really, really super thick, but
No.
you're probably better. Yeah.
yeah, it's that
It's not-
time.
It's
It's
not
not-
it's not as thin as milk. It's a bit
No.
thicker than cream.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, that's right.
That's what you need.
I think
Keep
that's.
in mind, this isn't bird's custard. This is proper
Right.
custard with eggs.
This
So
is, I like the way it sticks on the spoon.
Yeah.
That's kind
yeah,
of my,
that's it. It covers
that's
the
my telltale. Mhm,
Yeah, that's a good way of.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Ready now?
Okay. So
So get your plate out.
so this was mine.
You taste tester.
So what do we do?
Okay, so.
So I put this on a board and I've cut it into 9 squares. I
Okay.
could have done with using a slightly smaller pan because this doesn't come up as thick as I would have liked it, but it's still risen well. It still tastes good. It's just my pan was a bit too big, I think. But yeah, put it up, pop it on a plate, drizzle of the caramel sauce first, and then some custard around the outside.
Here, because I'm gonna take it home in this.
Yes.
But I'm gonna
Yes.
I'm gonna do a little piece with my, because I want to take a picture of it.
Yes. Do you want a plate or a bowl, or how do
Yes,
you want
we'll
to do it?
We'll do
Here, I'll
it.
let you look at the choices.
And
Got these little trays, bowls, plates.
okay, yes, I think that I want this, because that's perfect, nice and white. And when you know what I want to go with it? Ooh, what?
Huh?
Your teapot.
It's still on.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
Oh gosh, I've been busy baking.
Okay.
Okay. And we're gonna put it on the table right here.
Okay,
Boy,
yeah, I got it.
that's just so perfect.
While it's out of the way.
Yes. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Okay. Did you already take pictures of yours, Tina?
Yeah, I think I've sent them through to the group, so you should.
Oh, okay, okay,
Nice.
okay.
So need a
I'm gonna wait
a
because,
butter knife, or okay, we'll wait. Yeah, we can wait if you're.
oh, no, I'll take it because
Butter
I
knife.
was
or butter
just, let's do butter knife, probably fine,
knife?
yeah. And we'll do. Yes, that's so cute.
Excited. So you're gonna type and eat one?
I'm just gonna have another piece. I'm not gonna make it too big.
Spatula.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, here, I'll turn Tina around. We're just like on the opposite side of it.
Okay, so that's perfect. You have to be perfect. Okay, so a little sauce.
So I can water this little sauce, this little scoop thing, the ladle.
And I would leave yours in the refrigerator a little longer so it's a little bit more. Yeah, I think I'll make that ladle just to make it so it's.
Dave, can I borrow you a sec?
Okay.
Do we put the custard down
No.
first?
Okay.
That was,
Yeah, I knocked it on the floor and it landed upside down. It didn't break. That's what it did.
That.
David says,
it was
Yes,
perfect.
look. She's busy.
Oh, look, empty plate.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Well, of course.
Waiting all day for that, darling. Waiting all day.
That's what I want there. Okay, and then. Okay. That.
Do we need a little for that?
Yes, because I think so. I just think it needs that.
It's more Toffee sauce. Thank you. Is it all right?
It's delicious, yeah.
Oh, you know what we didn't put in?
What?
Vanilla, did we?
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, you didn't put the vanilla in your custard?
No.
No, it's not the end of the world, but you can always add a little.
Gonna add it now? Do you be okay?
You can,
Oh,
you
yeah.
might need to just cook
Okay.
it off a little minute if you've still got it on the stove.
Half teaspoon. So
Half
1 teaspoon, okay. Yeah, I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah,
really.
here.
I'll see what it tastes like. It'll just have a bit more of a nori taste to it. Just tastes more like custard.
Well, we're gonna add a full because we doubled it. Didn't even think about that. Oh yeah, look at how see how that filmed
Yeah.
it.
How are we doing?
We're doing
Yeah, we're
good.
just adding our vanilla now. Here.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So do I need to do anything with the heat or just
No,
stir it in and?
probably just stir it in.
Okay.
It might be worth just cooking it off for a minute, just so it's not too strong.
You think so?
Yeah, I would. Well, I'll test it and see.
Yeah, test it because I may. I mean, if
As
vanilla.
long as it's still warm, it should be all right.
It tastes fine to me.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun too.
Yeah.
Okay, and that little, yes. And then
Here, I'll
just-
let you do it.
let's put
So you're
the custard on the side. That's where it really belongs.
You see, what I would do normally if I wasn't trying to make it look nice on a plate is I would put custard in the bowl first, then I'd
Yeah,
put
right.
the cake,
Right,
and then I'd
right.
drizzle it with the caramel.
Yeah.
Or the sticky toffee, rather.
Okay, that's good.
But it all tastes good.
Oh, and I'm gonna get that one little. We don't want you on there.
So who's going to be enjoying this with you?
Okay,
Ah,
we need a
well.
fork. Just to be set on.
It'll probably be me and Eric and Bryce.
Well,
They're
we're all gonna taste
Yeah,
it.
we'll all have-
Nice.
So let's put a fork on there too.
okay.
Oh,
There's
look
a-
at you.
Yeah.
Anything else, British, a teacup or anything?
Yeah, do you have a teacup?
I have teacups and I have these cups. I mean, I have
Oh my gosh, how pretty.
whatever.
You're setting it all up for
Yes.
a picture.
Yeah.
Tina, this is on the other side of the room again. I'll turn around. Oh, that looks nice.
Might need to point me down a wee bit so I can see. I've got a great view of your ceiling at the moment.
Here. Staging the food.
Staging the food. Oh,
Mhm.
teapot. I recognize that teapot.
Yes. And then that's the mug that Eric made.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, Mia borrowed hers.
Need to
Okay.
go down. Oh, there's only
Yeah, I
two.
got
Just
it.
move it.
I want to get another one. I want to try a portrait that is zoomed on the cake that fuzzes the background.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she did yesterday to that plate. I'll show. Oh, I can't because I'll send it to you. But it's really cool. Oh, look what I
okay.
just did here.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I wonder if we should move it a little bit so we've got more table and less
Yeah.
floor. So we can do a couple different angles.
Okay, I don't want that in there.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I'll do this, then I'll let you take over.
That's cute. Okay, so now I want to do a portrait where I focus kind of, I think, on the. I want it on the.
Yeah. Ooh, that looks pretty. I like that.
Well, I want to see kind of like, okay, so if I focus on that, you see how that fuzzes out the background?
Yeah.
I want to just see if I can do that where, yeah, where it just fuzzes out.
So have we enjoyed that?
Oh my
It
gosh,
was
yes.
so fun. Thank you so much.
You see how that's focused on in the
Yeah.
background?
Oh, we're going.
Yes.
Okay, so
That's it.
now let me try it here. Yeah.
Oh, that looks pretty. I like how the chairs are kind of blurred.
Right.
Yeah.
See, it makes that be the center of the picture. I kind of like that green in the background too. Okay, so I'll show you.
Oh, cool.
See how that's like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
like that.
that's really cool. I think.
That's awesome.
Okay, get your
Well,
fork.
thank you so much,
Tina,
Tina.
that was
Oh,
so
no, you're
wonderful.
welcome. You're
As
welcome.
usual.
You're
And
welcome.
it's always just good to spend time with you. I just feel like I just put a little England in my pocket today.
Well, there we go. And a little bit of England in your tummy later, I think.
Well, that too.
Too. You're gonna have to let me know what the next thing is going to be. I can come up with some ideas, but if you have anything in particular that you're thinking, oh, that would be cool, and we can,
Alrighty.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, we can
think
put
about it.
the next one. We can put the next.
You know, one thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Here's one I definitely want to do because I want this in my back pocket. The millionaire shortbread.
Oh, okay.
I want a milk. You know, I love the shortbread,
Yeah,
but the chocolate and the caramel.
yeah, it's pretty
Okay,
good,
that's
isn't it?
just, it's divine.
Okay,
It's divine. Yeah.
okay. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. That's at least one thing for sure.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay then, ladies. I can't wait to see pictures.
Yes, thank
And
you.
I can't wait for you to try it.
I can't either.
Awesome. I know.
Yeah, let me know. Okay, we'll see you next time. See you, Jennifer.
Bye.
And let me take a picture of your custard.
See you, Becky.
Becky said bye.
Oh, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, sweetheart. Take care.